Welcome to iLecture Online. Here's our second example problem that we're going to do to make sure we understand the concept in this chapter. We're given a population, but the only thing we're given about the population is that its standard deviation is 2.4. We're not given the population mean. We're given a sample. The sample size is 64. The mean of the sample is 32. And we are given a level of confidence of 0.9, 90% level of confidence. So they want us to find all these things. Essentially, when you see that they want us to find the maximum error, the upper confidence limit, the lower confidence limit, which means they want us to try to infer the value of the mean of the population based upon the sample that we took, and we want to find to a 90% confidence level the lower confidence limit and the upper confidence limit, the range of what we think the mean of the population will be. All right. So here we're asked to find the mean of the sample, which we're given to be 32. The population standard deviation. And notice here that we're already given some of the piece of information, but we just want to understand the notation. So when we see this is the standard deviation of the population given to be 2.4. N represents the sample size, which is 64. And then the level of confidence, 1 minus the level of significance, which was given to us as 0.90, which means that the level of significance is 0.10 because those two have to add up to 1. Now what we need to do here is find the z-score of the half level of significance because we have a two-tailed problem. And so this would be equal to the z-score of 0.05. That would be the same as looking for 0.95 and finding the z-score off of that. Oh, not 95, because we're doing a two-tailed problem, so this would be 0.445. So that would be 5% away from 0.5 or 50%. All right, so let's find the z-score. Here's my table. So we're looking at 0.45 on the table, which is right here, and that would give us 1.645, I believe. Let's see here, 1.645. Yep, that's about it. So that's about 1.645. This is the standard error, the standard deviation of the sample. And that can be defined as the standard deviation of the population divided by the square root of the sample size. So it does depend on the sample size. So we're given the standard deviation of the population, and we divide that by the square root of 64, which is 8. 8 goes in 2.4, that would be 0.3. Okay, and then now we need to find the error. The error is defined as the z-score at the half level of significance multiplied times the standard error, which is the standard deviation of the population divided by the square root of the sample size. And so this would be equal to 1.645 multiplied times the standard deviation, which is 2.4, and dividing it by the square root of the sample size, which is square root of 64. So it's 1.645 times 0.3, 1.645 times 0.3, and we get 0.49. We'll do it to 2 decimal places, 0.49. And that means the upper control limit is going to be equal to the mean of the sample plus the error. In this case, the mean of the sample is 32 plus the error is 0.49, so it would be 32.49. And then we have the lower confidence limit is equal to the mean of the sample minus the error, which is equal to 32 minus 0.49, which is equal to 31.51. So now we have the range. We can infer from the information that we're given that the lower confidence limit at the 90% confidence level is 31.51 on the lower side and 32.49 on the upper side. So notice that with a reasonable sample of 64, the limits are fairly narrow. So we can see then that the limit of what we can infer about the mean of the population is not a very big spread. Why isn't it very big? Well, the reason for that is because we have a fairly low level of confidence of only 90%. If we were to up that to 95% or 99%, we'd have to open up the limits. We have to make the limits farther away from the mean, because then we want to be sure that with a greater level of confidence that the mean of the population that we infer from the information is somewhere between those two limits. But with 90% confidence level, it's not a very big range. And so it's somewhere essentially between 31.5 and 32.5 for the mean of the population based upon the mean of the sample. And that is the way it's done.